They caught her.
Handcuffed, mascara perfect, the entire church in ruins, her husband broken, begging God for answers, and she is smiling, not out of madness but out of relief, because the truth she hid behind the pulpit was darker than the sin she preached against. Grace Community Church, a place of faith, a sanctuary of hope, where hundreds gathered every Sunday morning, seeking salvation. But beneath the hymns, beneath the prayers, something dark was growing, and at the center of it all was her, Victoria Hayes, the pastor's wife, the First Lady. Beautiful, elegant, grace personified. She knew everyone's name, remembered their struggles, held their hands when they wept. She was perfection when she stood before the congregation. You could feel the presence of something holy. Members called her blessed, anointed, a true woman of God, but they didn't know what she became when the lights went out. It started with a simple observation. J9, a new choir girl, 22 years old, eager to serve. She noticed something strange. Every Tuesday night, after everyone left, the First Lady's car remained alone. In the darkness, curiosity is a dangerous thing. One Tuesday night, J9 returned, the side door slightly open, the sanctuary swallowed in shadows. She told herself she'd just peek inside, just look around, nothing more. She had no idea what she was about to find. Behind the choir stand, through a door that shouldn't exist, was a room, candlelight flickering against the walls. A desk, papers, photographs, envelopes, dozens of them, labeled with names of church members, and in the center, a journal, control. But it was the war that made J9's blood run cold. Photographs, connected by red string, like a detective's murder board. Pastor David, Sister Margaret, the deacons, the choir director, and there, in the corner, was her face, J9's photograph, connected to a note that read, "New problem. Must monitor closely." She ran, heart pounding, vision blurring, through the pews, past the altar, her hands shaking so violently she could barely grip the door handle. And then she felt it. She wasn't alone. Victoria stood in the doorway, perfectly still, watching. No anger, no surprise, just a smile, as if she'd been expecting this. The next morning, J9 went straight to Pastor David. "Your wife, she has a secret room. She's watching us, all of us. But how do you tell a man of God that the woman he loves is a monster?" He didn't believe her. Not yet. But Sister Margaret, a woman who'd served the church for 40 years, she believed she'd seen things too. Small things, strange things. So that Tuesday night, she went back, camera ready, hands trembling. She photographed everything. The files, the envelopes, the journal, finally. Evidence. But then, she heard footsteps. Victoria appeared in the doorway. No more smiles. No more grace. "Sister Margaret, you shouldn't have come here." They fought. Margaret fought for the phone. Victoria fought for control. Tables crashing. Papers scattering. Candles falling. And then, the flash of blue lights. The police had been called. Not by Margaret. Not by J9. By Pastor David himself. He'd gone back to the church. He'd seen the room. He'd seen everything. As they handcuffed her. As they led her through the sanctuary she'd once commanded. Victoria smiled. Not with shame. Not with regret. But with satisfaction. She whispered, "I kept this church together. I controlled the chaos. Without me, they'll fall apart." She wasn't sorry. She was proud. Pastor David sat alone in that secret room, surrounded by the evidence of her betrayal. How long? How many people? How many secrets stolen? The woman he'd loved. The woman he'd trusted with his ministry. She'd been a stranger all along. The church didn't know how to heal. Members discovered their secrets had been weaponized. Their confessions used against them. Trust had been shattered. But slowly, painfully, they began to rebuild. The secret room was sealed, demolished, erased, but the scars remained. Pastor David preached about deception, about forgiveness, about rebuilding what's been broken. J9 sang again. Sister Margaret led the women's ministry with newfound strength. The church was healing. Grace Community Church still stands. The pews still fill on Sunday mornings. But now they know that evil doesn't always announce itself. It doesn't always wear a mask of horns and darkness. Sometimes it wears a smile. It holds your hand. It learns your secrets. It sits beside you in the front pew and calls itself holy. Sometimes the enemy doesn't come from outside. Sometimes it sleeps right beside you. Subscribe to enjoy more edifying stories.